Welcome to Kinsmen Field, North Vancouver. It's Sunday, it's Father's Day, it's L1BC Women's Division action. I'm your match commentator, Michael McCall. We're bringing you this in conjunction and partnership with AFTN.ca, and there's a lot on the line in this one as the hosts, Altitude, take on the visiting TSS Rovers, with a place and a battle for the fourth playoff spot seemingly on the line, seemingly between these two teams. And we are going to be in for a fantastic afternoon of football in action. Start off by giving you the starting lineups for both sides. For TSS Rovers, in goal, a new face, Alyssa Zalak. Number 3, midfielder, Sophia Ferremo. Number 5, midfielder, Madima. Number 10, midfielder Kathleen Aitchison, who also wears the captain's armband this afternoon for this one. Number 11, defender Amanda Scott. Number 12, midfielder Maya Rogers. Number 15, forward Devon Kavanagh. Number 18, defender Joanna Verzosa Dolezal. Number 20, forward Delana Friesen. Number 21, midfielder Nikki Verk. And number 22, defender Taylor Nekic. The subs for TSS today: goalkeeper Camelia Zhu, Lorne Bell, Jessica Merck, Maddie Elcom, Jessica Fennell, Isabella Picani and Chiara Armenta. For the hosts and fourth placed Altitude FC, in goal and wearing the captain's armband this afternoon, it's Sarah Lewin. Number 4, defender Lauren Gray. Number 5, defender Holly Tarvis. Number 7, forward Tanis McKay. Number 9, forward Ali Hughes-Goyette. Number 10, midfielder Luli McFarlane. Number 11, midfielder Aurora Hughes-Goyette. Number 14, midfielder Ashley Stewart. Number 15, midfielder Avery Tulloch. Number 22, midfielder Charlotte Ring. And number 23, midfielder Billy Shostak. The subs for Altitude this afternoon: goalkeeper Ava Jones, Eva Rodriguez, Clara Slate-Lou, Selena Ali, Maya Morell, Raina Smith and Jessica Morano. Altitude led by head coach Fally Bass, Chelsea Hannison in charge of TSS Rovers. Your officials for this afternoon: in the middle it's Olin Metz, first assistant referee Sydney Berich, second assistant referee Andrea Brizuela, and the fourth official for this one, Laura Rincon. It's a beautiful day for the beautiful game here on the North Shore, and there was rain in the forecast. There doesn't seem to be any rain looking in the skies. All we can hope for is that it's going to rain goals this afternoon. These two teams met last week at Swangard. It was a 0-0 draw. Somehow it was a highly entertaining game. Both teams had their chances. Both teams hit the woodwork in the second half. Can either find the back of the net this afternoon? A win for Altitude solidifies their fourth place. A win for TSS puts them in fourth place and pole position for the playoffs. Altitude's going to get underway in this one wearing the blue jerseys, and they get this one underway playing up the slope in the first half. TSS in their all red jerseys with a white shoulder trim and white numbers, playing down the slope to start with. That was what they wanted to do if they'd won the toss. And it's some fast pitched action to start things off. Good crowd out already for this one. This one, Guardians out in full force. As TSS move the ball around early, just along their back line. The ball played back. First touch of this one for Alyssa Zalak. First start of the season, just joined up with TSS for this one. 5'9" goalkeeper from Montreal. Plays her college soccer with Ole Miss. It was her freshman season there. Didn't make any appearances, but has been added to bolster the defensive play of TSS. But it's Altitude on the front foot early in this one. Luli McFarlane trying to get past Taylor Nekic there. TSS win the ball. Ma pokes it out to the outside, but an altitude foot knocks it off Maya Rogers, and it's going to be an altitude throw-in. About midway into the TSS half. Long throw forward, a swipe, and not fully connected with there from Taylor Nekic, and that's going to be out for the first corner of the afternoon here for the home side. 2 minutes on the clock. Altitude have their first corner of the afternoon. In fact, it's out for a throw-in. It looked like it had gone out for a corner, but it's deep in the half. It is going to be a throw-in. It's flicked on. Now they do get their first corner of the afternoon. And it's going to be Avery Tulloch over to take this one. She was so good in the matchup last week between these two sides. Corner sent deep. It's a in-swinger. Just has too much swing on that one. That's going to carry out for a TSS goal kick. Altitude will be disappointed with that. It was a chance to try and get something going. Last week's match at Swangard, it was an end-to-end affair between these two teams. Really high-paced action. Would expect nothing different this afternoon. Now TSS with their first real foray forward. Rogers plays that one forward to Nikki Virk. Looked to play it back to her outside, but instead plays it inside to Maddie Ma. She takes a touch, runs past the defender. Ma with a shot and goal. It's spilled by Lewin, and it's tucked away for the opener. 4 minutes on the clock, and TSS have the lead from Delana Friesen. Maddie Ma did all the hard work there, bursting into the box. Sarah Lowen could not keep hold of her shot, spills it in the worst possible place right in front of Delana Friesen, and it's 1-0 to the visiting TSS Rovers. That's certainly the start that Chelsea Hannison wanted for her side, and the worst possible start here for Altitude. Can they answer though right away? Long ball forward to Hughes Goyette. She takes a touch inside. She still holds the ball, and it's cleared off the line. Fantastic stuff there from Altitude, almost back level, and it's Nekic, I think, with a big clearance off the line there. That was a chance there for Aurora Hughes Goyette. Almost an immediate reply, but TSS holding firm. Altitude now trying to keep the pressure on. Long throw, takes a bounce, can get kept in by Ali Hughes Goyette, and it's just going to run out for a goal kick for TSS. Fantastic start to this game from both sides. That one, no, just putting TSS in a little bit of trouble. The high press from Altitude wins it back. Ring gets that one taken off her foot by Maddie Ma. Now TSS have got a chance to go forward again. They scored on their first attack of the game. This only their second one. This one just overhit. Nothing there that Vert could do to keep that one in. Second goal of the season now for Delana Friesen. That's going to settle any nerves that the teams had, or TSS had at least, going into this one. Just amps the pressure a little bit now on Altitude, and they're under the pressure again here as a shot comes in. It takes an interesting couple of bounces there before running through into the arms of Lewin. Kavanagh with a shot as Altitude try to clear this one. Can't find a player, and it's going to be out for a TSS throw-in midway in the Altitude half. They're keeping this early pressure on here. Little give and go there. Amanda Scott with Friesen. Scott distributes it out to Nekic. That's a loose ball there from Nekic, almost picked off by Shostak, but she can't fully connect with it. And now TSS have a chance to keep this one alive. Verk now cuts inside. Great play by Verk. Tries to poke it through, looking for Kat Aitchison. An important block there, but Altitude, and they're going to bring this one out. Now this one won back here by Verk. She's powering forward, plays this one inside, looking for Friesen. She goes down under a challenge with Tanis McKay. Bit of a heavy landing on the pitch. We saw a couple of injuries in the last women's match played here as two Not-So-Mot players had to go off injured. Neither from bad challenges, just heavy landings on this turf. Hasn't been as much rain as you usually get on the North Shore over this June period, so it is quite a bone dry pitch out there. But TSS now have the corner on the far side. Floated into the back of the box, onto the head of Ferremo. She can't fully connect, and the danger isn't fully cleared as Kavanagh sends a low one in that's easily mopped up there by Sarah Lewin. Teams head into this one with Altitude in 4th place in the League 1 BC standings. 8 games they've played. They've got 11 points to show for it. 3 wins, 2 defeats. 3 wins, 3 defeats and 2 losses. Nipping at their heels though are TSS Rovers. They reached the halfway point of their season last week, so they're moving into the second half now. They've got 8 points, 3 behind Altitude, with their 2 wins, 3 defeats and 2 draws. Goal difference -5 to TSS, -3 for Altitude going into that. They're both on -4 now. They're both on 11 points now as well, showing what a battle it's going to be between these two sides to try and claim that 4th playoff spot in League 1 BC. The top 3 look all set as Not-So-Mot, the Whitecaps and Unity just seem to be battling for positioning and home field advantage in the semi-finals. Ring, the German, back for Altitude last week after rolling her ankle, came on as a late sub, starting in this one, and she is such a key player for this Altitude side. She is the straw that stirs the drink in the middle of this Altitude midfield, and Altitude will need her to really step up to the plate this afternoon and try and get them back into it. Still a lot of time for them to do it as we're in the 10th minute here at Kinsmen. McKay picks up that loose ball. There's been a couple of loose ones from TSS in the early going. Aurora, who's got it now, twists, turns, sends a dangerous one to the back post. Luli McFarlane was waiting to pounce there, but once again a TSS foot cleared that one away. This time Safia Ferremo, the player to get that one away. There's going to be a second corner now of the afternoon for Altitude. It's played short, sent into the box now, just over the head there. Tries to get flipped in onto the keeper there by Lauren Gray, but that's going to be easily dealt with by Alyssa Zalek. And again, a little bit of misplay there at the back from TSS Rovers. Ball bouncing about, sent into the box for Aurora Hughes-Goyette to bring down, but she just overruns it this time. Tried to get to the byline to send the cross in under the pressure there from Amanda Scott, and it's going to run out for another goal kick now to TSS. Again, it's another turnover in their own half by TSS. That's certainly not going to be something that's going to please Chelsea Hannison. Immediately they're getting put back under pressure constantly as Aurora sends that one through, looking for her sister to try and chase down. That was asking a lot though of Ali, but she manages to stop it going out for a throw in here. Great play there from Ali Hughes-Goyette. Ring brings that one down, tries to get a shot off, can't fully connect on it, and the Rovers will send this high up the field. It's just going to get mopped up though by altitude, and it's a chance for them to get something going again. Great play there from Ashley Stewart, dancing past a couple of TSS players to set McFarlane out on the left hand side. McFarlane takes a touch, turn inside, sends a lovely ball into the box. Cleared though by TSS, not too far, and McKay's going to try and get to this one first, and she does get to that one first. Mentioned it was really surprising that last week's game finished goalless because there wasn't an official shot count. The stats at League One don't hold that, but just watching that game, it was end-to-end stuff, and Mary Elcombe crashed one off the post in the second half. Altitude hit one off the bar in the second half. Felt TSS shaded the first half. Altitude were the better team in the second half. Draw probably a fair result in the end, and I'm pretty sure Altitude would have been the happier to be the visiting team and come away with a point from that. TSS, if they are going to make it into the playoffs and the postseason, they're going to have to do it the hard way. They've only got one more home game coming up. Heavily stacked period in their first half of the season with 6 of their 7 games at home due to Swan Guard not being available during July and August. Tulloch now tries to find McFarlane, but cut out by the Rovers, who'll just send this one up the field. Lewin though sends it straight back into the Rovers half. It's just over the head there of Charlotte Ring. Again, the high press there from Altitude, forcing the turnover, and they're going to have a throw-in deep in the TSS half. McKay sends it out to Aurora Hughes-Goyette, tries to get past Scott again. Ball still alive. McKay picks up the loose one. And TSS get a fortunate bounce off the back of McKay, and they're going to have a throw-in, but penned deep into their final third here. Ali Hughes-Goyette wins that and sends it into the middle, but again a TSS foot there to clear it. And this time it does find a teammate, and Rogers will bring this one forward. Ma now. Back to Rogers, nice passing move here. Virk plays it back out to Rogers. She's got room ahead of her to run. Sends a dangerous ball in. Looking to try and find for Remo there, who had got really advanced, but cut out by Holly Tarvis. He says looking for movement. There's a throw in there. Virk was offside. Try to track back, saying she wasn't doing anything wrong or interfering with play, but the lineswoman thought differently there, as Altitude now get a chance to break again through Luli McFarlane. She plays that inside, and now it's going to be played out here to the right, and a chance now for McKay to break forward. Well closed down there though by Kavanagh. And she wins her side a throw-in just inside the TSS half. Kavanagh brings that one down. It's well won back though by Altitude. Ali Hughes-Goyette, Ring plays this one to Aurora Hughes-Goyette. She's got room to run into the box, but she falls over her feet in the box there. TSS clear, but only as far as McKay. Altitude really battling hard there. heads haven't gone down from falling behind to that early goal just 4 minutes in from Delana Friesen. And Altitude will win another throw in here. The heat map for this half certainly going to be really bright orange in the TSS half. Most of the game's been played down that side so far, as Ali Hughes-Goyette now sends a dangerous one into the back box. Just has far too much on that though, and that's, thought it was going to get ushered out at first there by Rogers, but she was under pressure and had to get a foot on it. Sends it up the field, but Shostak wins it back. McFarlane now in the middle. Plays this one to Stewart. She takes a touch inside, was trying to play that back to McFarlane or to Ring, but just took a deflection off TSS, and the ball will get played back and roll into the arms of Alyssa Zalek. And Zalek will send this one up the field. TSS just moving it across their back line, but again under a lot of pressure. Every Rovers player that gets on the ball here is getting closed down very quickly. TSS breaking forward again, long ball forward here for Friesen to try and chase down. And a good pressure there from McKay, but it's going to be out for a TSS throw in, deep in the altitude half there. It's played inside to Ma. She's running out of room but plays it to Friesen. That ball's going to just get cleared. Couldn't fully control that to get a decent one on that. And it's going to be a TSS throw in now, midway in the altitude half. Amanda Scott over to take this one. Back to Scott. First times that one into the box, only onto the head of Lauren Gray. Ring now knocks it on to Lily McFarlane. She's brought that one down. She's got room ahead of her now to turn and run. McFarlane powering forward here. Lily doing well there, but Maya Rogers doing even better to take that one back off her. And now TSS have a chance to clear. Nikki Virk screaming for the ball was Devon Kavanagh there. It's played inside to Friesen. She turns and gets past her player there, and a shot from Friesen, who crushes that one off the bar. Almost a second one there for Delana Friesen. Now falls back to her, but she can't control it as it came back into the box there. She was trying to hit it first time, took an awkward bounce off the grass and runs gratefully into the arms of Sarah Lohan. Almost a second there for TSS in the 21st minute. Most of the play, most of the possession has gone Altitude's way, but the dangerous chances have certainly fallen to TSS. As Kavanagh plays that throw in inside to Virk. The two players a little bit off coming together there, and it's going to allow Altitude now to break. Aurora Hughes-Goyette forced to take a turn back. Still has the ball though, under the pressure from two TSS players still. Hughes-Goyette, who'll play it inside to Stewart, who let that one run to Ring, but it was picked off there by TSS. She needed to pick that one up herself. Just going back to that chance there for TSS, a fantastic burst of speed there from Delana Friesen. Left Holly Tarvis in her wake, and we haven't seen that happen to Holly very much at all this season. She's been so solid defensively for Altitude. Friesen, the right-footed midfielder. She can also play in a forward role from Ardrossan. Not in Ayrshire in Scotland, sadly, but from Alberta. One of the older players on this TSS side, Delana Friesen, had a stellar career with the McNeese State University Cowgirls. Altitude now, as the wind picks up here at Kinsmen Field. It's a bit of a blustery and chilly in the shade day, I have to say. Sure, the players will appreciate that after some of the hot temperatures they've been playing in. As TSS now send us out. It looked like it was going to get to Verk, and it looked like it wasn't going to get there, but she plays it inside now to Ma. She's got Kavanagh to her right side. She finds her, but Tanis McKay does so well to close that one down and knock that out. But it's going to be a throw-in for TSS, deep in the altitude half here. Played forward for Ma from the throw, and she tries a cheeky little backheel to try and get that to Verk, but it's cleared by altitude. Ali Hughes-Goyette now out to her sister Aurora. She hasn't got much support. She's going to have to power forward herself here. Keeps hold of it, gets a fortunate deflection off her, but it's cut out by TSS, and Scott will play it back to her keeper. Doing turns will play it back out to Scott. Again closed down fast from Aurora Hughes-Goyette. This time though, TSS can get it out to one of their own players. And it's back to Zalek. Ma now almost fell over the ball, but composes herself to pick it up. Sends a nice one inside to Friesen. She has been fantastic in the first half for TSS this afternoon. Gray sends that forward to McFarlane, who pokes it past Rogers, and McFarlane's got room now to run. She's got the Hughes-Goyette sisters up in support, but can't get that touch inside to get the pass off. It's broken up by TSS. A lovely little chip ball forward there by Verk for Friesen to chase onto. It's Friesen versus Tarvis again. Friesen gets the better of her again, but Billy Shostak over well to cover there and poke that behind for what I think might be the first corner kick of the afternoon to TSS. This corner kick played in front of the Swingardians that have amassed behind Sarah Lowen's goal. Chose their spot close to the beer garden as the corner comes in. Bouncing around, it's cleared temporarily to the edge of the box by Altitude. It's sent back into the danger zone. Lowen out! Friesen nearly again there. Threw herself at that. Lowen missed the punch on the ball, got to the head of Friesen, and her diving header did not miss by much there. 3 great chances for Delana Friesen in the first 26 minutes. One of them finding the back of the net, one of them crashing off the bar, and one just going narrowly wide there. But TSS keeping the pressure on, and they're going to get a throw in now. About midway into, or just near the halfway line. I thought it was going to be a bit further down than that. Scott plays that one forward. Ma flicks that on. And it's going to be out for another TSS throw-in, taken quickly now. Verk tries to turn through the 2 players. Ma wins the loose ball. Sends a dangerous one into the box. Well cleared though by Billy Shostak. And that's a header that could be dangerous and go anywhere. And again, has to get a big foot on that to clear that one away. And it's Altitude very much under the cosh now. as Rovers turn the screw a little bit here in this one. 1 goal to the good, looking for what would be 3 massive points for Chelsea Hanneson's side. Still a lot of this game to go though. McKay plays a low one up the touchline. Tulloch was letting that run. Took a touch though off Kavanagh, and it's going to be out for a throw-in for Altitude, and it's McKay that's going to take it just inside her own half. Sends that one forward. A foul on the back there of Avery Tulloch, and this is going to be a good set piece opportunity for Altitude. A chance to launch one into the box here. McKay making a little run to the outside if Tulloch wants to send her up the right. Tulloch though instead is going to send a deep one into the box. Just doesn't fully get the direction on that, and that's easily going to run through into the arms of Alyssa Zalek. Zalek will play that on. It's flicked on by Verk for Friesen to chase down again. And that's a dangerous pass back there to Lewin. Did not really have a lot in power on that from Holly Tarvis, who has been given a torrid time out there by Delana Friesen in the first half hour. Referee giving a drop ball here, not 100% sure what for. And the loose ball is won by TSS, who'll get a chance to get forward again. Verk plays that outside to Rogers. She takes a little touch inside, but let that one run out. And Altitude will be glad to take a little bit of pressure off the back line with a throw-in over on the far side. Played forward, looking for Ali Hughes-Goyette, but instead TSS will get a chance to rebuild, reuse it and recycle it out to the right. But again, Aurora Hughes-Goyette closing down very fast. Ring now, bundled over in the middle of the park. And Ring is going to get up to take this one by the looks of it. It's a good battle in the middle of the park this afternoon between Charlotte Ring and Alana Friesen. Ring, so influential to this Altitude side this season. 2 goals and an assist so far to her name. She sends this one out, takes a touch off the wall, is bouncing about, and it's over the keeper's head and over the bar. From the deflection as well. From my angle here, I thought that one was going to drop in, but huge sigh of relief from the TSS bench there, as it's just out for a corner kick instead to Altitude. Could have been so much worse there for TSS. Altitude now, their 3rd corner of the afternoon, possibly their 4th. Is this one sent? It's punched by Zalek. Don't really think she got much of a connection on that, as it's out to Shostak now, who fires one in. It's well blocked down though by Ferremo. Now it's a chance here for TSS to get a quick counter-attack. Streaking forward here are TSS. It's played out to Verk. She's got Friesen in the middle. Verk tries to play one in. It was neither a shot nor a cross in the end, and Lewin easily mops that one up as the wind picks up again here at Kinsmen. Into the 31st minute. McFarlane now sends that one forward to Hughes-Goyette. The keeper far out to get that one, does well to keep in her box and collect it. Great stuff there from Alyssa Zalek. Both teams knocking at the door to get another goal here. much like last week, so many chances getting created, but only one goal to show for it through almost 3 halves of football now. Now it's going to be a free kick to TSS. It's Verk making her way over to the bench, needing a band-aid for a little cut that she seems to have on her fingers. Or lip, potentially, as she's wiping her lip there. TSS temporarily down to 10 players. As Zalek will just slow this down, try and give Verk as much time as possible to do the first aid requirements and get herself back on the field. Zalek sends a lovely cross-field ball here out to Kavanagh, who tried to flick it over the head of McKay, but just didn't fully connect on that. Friesen now plays that inside to Kavanagh to run onto Lorne Gray, over well, dispossessing Kavanagh there. Plays that long ball up just over the head though of Ali Hughes-Goyette, and that's going to be dealt with by Joanna Verzosa-Dolezal. Verzosa-Dolezal back, and a loose giveaway there, not fully capitalised on by Altitude. Verzosa-Dolezal plays that out to Friesen. She in turn will play it out to the right wing. Ma was screaming for the ball over the top into the middle. TSS will just have to be happy to settle for a throw in now, just in the middle of the Altitude half. Into the 34th minute here at North Vancouver. Just one goal separating these two playoff battling sides. Altitude forced to play it back here as Tarvis plays that forward. Now Aurora Hughes-Goyette. She chips that one forward. That's just got too much on it, and it's going to run through into the keeper's arms. As the ball played forward, Ma can't keep hold of that, and it's going to be played back though now to Zalek. Stewart now. Inside to Tulloch, who tries to give it back to Stewart, but just finds a deflection. Ring picks up the loose ball, fires one towards goal. From nothing there, the German gets a shot in on goal, but Alyssa Zalek, more than a match for that one. Haven't seen a chance for Charlotte Ring to get too many looks on goal through the first 35 minutes here. You feel the need to get her more involved on the ball, get some shots in. Ring did her youth football over in Germany before moving over to Carolina with her family when she was 15 years old. Aurora Hughes-Goyette now pokes that one past Scott, and now she does hit the byline. She's got a chance to get the ball in, but fantastic defensive play there. Maya Rogers, the player over there with that huge block. She had to get that one in because that was going to be a dangerous ball across the face of the goal with a couple of Altitude players waiting to pounce on it. Instead, Altitude have to be settling for what I make about their fifth corner, I think, of the half. Ball into the back post. It's bouncing about. Gray tries to connect with it. Think that one might actually have hit off her own player. Either hit off her own player or it hit off Verzosa Dolezal there. Either way, it's going to be out for an altitude corner on the far side. As referee Olin Metz just calming things down in the box. Didn't see really much in that between Hughes Goyette and Verzosa Dolezal. But Ring now will have a chance to show her set piece delivery skills. It's a corner into the near post. It's knocked away by TSS and sent up the field. Verk, the only player up there, is going to have to wait for reinforcements. She plays that one back. Ring now just plays that forward and Verk picks up the loose ball. Verk with a through ball, no one making the run. And that's just going to be easily collected by Sarah Lewin. Aurora Hughes Goyette now. Under good pressure from Kat Aitchison, and Aitchison wins the ball. A shove in the back from Hughes Goyette on to Aitchison. Wins TSS a free kick midway in the altitude half, and it's going to be Maddie Ma over to take this one. Just doing a little bit of boot work before she takes this, just tying her laces. Taking a little bit of time off the clock as well. Two-player wall. Ma over this one. Ma sends one into the back of the box. Has good height on it. Can't get brought down there though by Verzosa Dolezal, and it's just going to run out for an altitude goal kick. Lewin sends this one into the TSS half. McFarlane can't bring it down, and TSS will send it up the field. Ma battling away in the middle of the park. She has been excellent for TSS in the last few games, but now it's McFarlane who's also been excellent for altitude. Dancing through, getting past a couple of players, finding a long dipping shot over, and that one did not miss by much. Great stuff there from Luli McFarlane. She's been one of the surprise packages for me for altitude this year. Not because she doesn't have the skill, but it's just a player that I wasn't sure how much starting time she would get for Fally Bass's side. But she's certainly seized her opportunities and has looked really good out there. As Ali Hughes Goyette trying to dance her way through. Ball breaks now to Tanis McKay. Can't bring it out of her feet to get a shot. Hughes Goyette can't either. Ring comes in, a heavy challenge there, but a fair one. And the ball played in, and it's well saved and turned away there by Alyssa Zalek. The shot there from Luli McFarlane. This first half has flown by. We're into the final 5 minutes now. TSS still holding on to this 1-0 lead. It's a good ball right onto the back post. It's bouncing about. Ali Hughes Goyette can bring it down. It's out to Shostak, who fires one in, but that's just going to miss quite well wide of the left post in the end. But again, another threatening good opportunity there for the North Shore girls. As Zalek will send this one up the field. It's well headed forward by Friesen for Verk to chase down, but it's altitude to get the loose ball as Ring sends a lovely ball out wide to Ali Hughes Goyette. Her sister Aurora is in the middle. Instead she sends it more into the back of the box. There wasn't an altitude player there. And a TSS foot just sends that one out for a throw-in. It's quickly taken by McKay to Ali Hughes Goyette. She pokes it past for Zosa Dolezal. It's still in play. It's picked up by Hughes Goyette, who sends a dangerous one right in front of goal, and that was a great chance for Luli McFarlane to get the equaliser there. Blasts it over from a few yards out, and she's going to want to get that one back. Great play by Ali Hughes Goyette, and the altitude bench can't believe that they're not level here. McFarlane can't let that play on her mind though. She's just got to get back into it. She's had a good first half aside from that, and she's back on the ball just now, twisting, turning, trying to get past Rogers, but TSS get that one away. And now it's Verk powering forward. She's got Kavanagh to her left if she wants to find her. She does find her. Kavanagh now takes a touch inside, gets the shot off, and is easily dealt with at the second attempt there by Sarah Lewin. Lewin sends a long one forward for Aurora Hughes Goyette, but it's over her head. She does win the header down though from Scott, and now she's got a chance to power forward as here as well. Again, plays it in forward, looking for her sister, who just didn't have quite what it took to get to there. And it'll run through to Zalak in the TSS goal. That ball just finds Shostak's head at the halfway line. Shostak and McFarlane linking up there. McFarlane in the middle, turns inside now to Tulloch. Verk had done well to knock it off her and then had lost it, but TSS still won it back, and they're battling away in the middle of the park here as Maddie Ma not happy with the attention that she got there. Wins the free kick, and a talking to from the referee. You can see the passion there from Ma, who also does the social media for TSS Rovers, on double duty every match day. Fantastic player off the field, fantastic social media person off it. Devon Kavanagh in acres of room out here on the left. If TSS can get the ball out, she has not been picked up at all. They have to get the ball over to her first though, and instead they're just going to win themselves a corner kick. They're behind in the corner kick count in this half, ahead in the goal count, which is really the main thing that matters, as Maya Rogers, the player, over to take this one. Rogers sends a beautiful ball into the box. It's bouncing about. Can someone bring this down, get a shot off? It's cleared in the end by Tarvis. The big boot on it just to get it out anywhere. It's Verk though that picks it up. Little touch inside. She's got room to run. Chips it forward, looking for a TSS player. The loose ball is picked up by the Rovers, and then that loose ball in turn picked up by Altitude. Tulloch plays this forward now to Aurora. Aurora Hughes Goyette touches inside, keeps hold of the ball under the attention of Ferremo. Altitude though forced to play it back as we're at the halfway mark. Just 1 minute indicated by the fourth official, as Ali Hughes Goyette sends a looping ball to the back post. McFarlane can't get onto that, and it's eventually cleared by TSS. Nekic with the clearance there. That ball forward for Verk to chase down. She's going to be in a foot race with Gray. Gray taking no chances, just going to touch it out for a TSS throw-in. And it looks like the Rovers are going to finish this first half in the ascendancy in the opposition half. Can they have time to muster one last chance or look at goal? Against Noxamo, Altitude gave up 2 goals in first half stoppage time in what had been an even game. Verk plays that one forward. This time it will just run through to Sarah Lewin. That's surely going to be the last action of the first half. And indeed it is. Referee Olin Metz blows for half time. And it's the visiting TSS Rovers that hold the narrow 1-goal lead. It's been a highly entertaining first half here at Kinsmen Field. The only goal of the game coming 4 minutes in from Delana Friesen. Lots of other chances. Friesen having a couple more looks at goal, crashing one off the bar in the 21st minute, a header that missed just wide in the 26th minute. Altitude's best chance coming 3 minutes before half time. Great work from Ali Hughes-Goyette, finding right in front of goal Lulu McFarlane, and she blasted over from a few yards out. It's 1-0 TSS Rovers. What have Altitude got in reply? Find out in 15 minutes. Welcome back to Kinsmen Field, North Vancouver, for the second half of this League 1BC Women's Division clash between Altitude and TSS Rovers. And referee Olin Metz gets this one underway. Rovers shooting left to right in this half, up this slope, leading 1-0. Delana Friesen with the 4th minute goal. It's been a very entertaining first half here, end-to-end stuff. Both sides could really have scored some more goals, building on last week's 0-0 draw. Don't think there's been any changes for either side at half-time. I was just having a quick look around the pitch there. Looks like it's the same 22 that finished that first half. Altitude looking to get themselves back into that. They've been kept off the score sheet in their last 2 games. A 3-0 loss at home to Notsamot, and then that 0-0 draw last week at Swangard against TSS. Certainly goals throughout this team, and they need to try and get themselves back into this now. TSS though with a throw in midway in the Altitude have it's played and touched, poked forward here, chance here for Rogers to bring this down. Rogers with the first shot of the second half, but doesn't get a lot of power on that, and that's easily going to be collected by Sarah Lewin. The wind really picked up for this second half. It's chilly in the shade, it's lovely though on the pitch in the sun. As the Rovers with a throw in midway in the Altitude half. For Remo, twist and turning, brings it down well. Doesn't have a lot of room and is forced to play it back to Aitchison. He's playing a very deep role to start the second half for TSS. Verk battling it out there with Billy Shostak. Shostak coming away with it. It's given away though by Altitude. And then won back by Aurora Hughes-Goyette. Big boot forward, only as far as Aitchison at the halfway line. She can't control that one. And a nice attempt there to chip that over the head of Nekic. And the ball's going to run out for an Altitude throw-in. Midway in the Rovers half, Lulu McFarlane's going to leave this one. Shostak over to take this. Long one, forward to Hughes-Goyette, plays it inside. Tulloch forced to play it back. Ring now, back to Shostak. Sends a high one to the edge of the box. It's flicked on by Aurora. McKay battling away there with Devon Kavanagh. And Kavanagh forced to play that out for a throw, and it's quickly taken though to Altitude. Ali Hughes-Goyette now in front of the Southsiders. Sorry, Swangardians still kill me for calling them the Southsiders. I have no idea why I called them that. That's my membership revoked. It's just going to run out though, and it's going to be a goal kick now for TSS. Kavanagh brings that one down, hits it forward to run onto, but Tarvis, I was going to say, had done well to clear that, but it was well blocked in the end by Kavanagh. Now it's a chance for TSS, and the shot fired in. It's high and over, though, from Nikki Virk. Maya Rogers, sorry, that was with the shot. Ring pokes that out to McFarlane. Under pressure, pushed out of bounds. Gets the throw in. Quickly taken by McFarlane. Forward to Ali Hughes-Goyette. She takes a touch, and that's just going to run out. I thought that took a touch off the TSS player. I think Altitude did as well, but it's actually going to be a throw in for TSS deep in their own half here. Sent up the line. Bit of a coming together there, and that's a heavy knock onto the head there of Friesen. Just taking a few seconds to try and recover. Referee over to make sure she's okay. Friesen saying that she is okay. Does certainly look a little groggy out there. So good in the first half of this one, also last week as well. She had a fantastic showing for TSS. And Altitude win a free kick there, right on the edge of the box. I was hesitating there because Aurora Hughes-Goyette went crashing down in the box. Referee deeming the tackle to be right on the edge of the box. And this is a great chance now for Altitude to get back on level terms. You have to feel Charlotte Ring is going to be on free kick duty here. The German already with 2 goals to her name this season. Five players in the wall here for TSS. And Alyssa Zalek lining her wall up. Referee just advising the wall about the potentials for handball if their hands do move towards it. Ring will be hoping she can get this over and into the top corner. Ring steps up, hits it well, and doesn't miss by much. Some power she got on that, Charlotte Ring. The University of Charlotte Queens alumni nearly getting Altitude back on level terms. "27 goals Charlotte Ring got in her 70 appearances at college level. Good youth career over in Germany as well before her and her family made the move over to Charlotte. It's the ball back now with Lewin. Altitude's the team that's going to need to do the running in this second half. TSS, I'm sure they'd be happy to just sit on that 1 goal lead, but obviously looking to add to it at any opportunity they can. And for spells of that first half, they looked the most dangerous when they were hitting on the counter. As the ball played inside, McFarlane now comes away with it. Kat Aitchison plays that one outside. Ball sent in but behind the goal, and it's going to run out for a goal kick for Altitude. Aitchison still looking for her first goal of the season. Joint leading scorer with TSS last year. 9 different scorers for this TSS women's side over the course of the season so far. Last week's 0-0 draw with Altitude was the first time they have kept a clean sheet all season. They have been a little bit leaky at the back, it has to be said at times, and that should give Altitude some hope if they've watched the game tape. TSS slowing the game down to tortoise pace at the moment as Nekic plays that ball forward. But the pressure from Altitude forcing this one back. Aitchison now. Altitude bench calling for offside. It's not getting given. They don't need to worry too much as Tanis McKay back to deal with that. And the ball sent forward now for a chase, and Verzosa Dolezal not taking any chances there and just hitting that one out. It's going to be a throw in now to Altitude midway in the Rovers half, trying to keep this pressure on that they've got to start the second half here. And just a heavy return ball there from Avery Tulloch. Too much on that, and that runs out for a throw-in to TSS now. Tulloch getting forced back. Gray, long ball forward, well chested down there by Hughes Goyech. Couldn't run onto it though, and now TSS have a chance to break through. Verk. It's Verk and Shostak. Verk wins that battle so far. Shostak closing her down though. Verk gets past her again, and she's got room here to send a ball into the back post. It's bouncing. Friesen with a shot! And Friesen with her second goal of the afternoon. 57th minute, and TSS Rovers have a 2-goal lead. Great work by Nikki Verk. She battled to get past Shostak twice there. Sent a lovely ball into the box. Friesen brought it down. Second attempt at the shot. She took a slight deflection on the way through. Nothing Sarah Lewin could do to keep that out. It's 2-0 TSS. The red smoke is out from the Swanguardians behind the goal here as Altitude, who nearly equalised right away from the first goal, looking to do the same here, but it's going to be out for a goal kick. And that now gives TSS Rovers some breathing space. And what a huge 3 points this could be for TSS Rovers in the battle for 4th in League 1 BC. Two goals in the afternoon for Delana Friesen. 3 goals on the season now. First assist of the season for Nikki Verk on that goal as well. Friesen now the leading scorer for TSS Rovers in her own right. She'd levelled Devon Kavanagh. They had 2 apiece after her first goal. Now takes a goal scoring lead. What do Altitude have now? They know what a big game this is for them. Even if Altitude can salvage a point here, it would be huge for them. They have played one more game already than TSS, and they've got a couple of tough games coming up against the Whitecaps and Unity after this one. As Verk tries an effort there, didn't really seem to have too much on that. This is the 9th game of the season for Altitude. 5 remaining after this. They play the Whitecaps at home next Sunday. That's then followed with away trips to Unity, then over to the island against the Highlanders, then they host the Highlanders, then they're away to finish their season over at Harbourside. Certainly points to be won in those games for Altitude, but this would be a huge psychological blow for them, you feel, if they can't get anything from this game. They've got half an hour to try and get something, as Fallibas looks set to make a double substitution here. Eva Rodriguez and Clara Slate-Lou look to be the two players that's going to be coming on. Shostak now over for the throw-in for Altitude. Plays it inside to Ring. Ring does well to get that out to McFarlane. And just a heavy ball for McFarlane. Too much on that for Ali Hughes-Goyette to try and bring down. Be interesting to see what changes Fallibas makes here, as the wind picks up again here at Kinsmen. The whole tent above me shaking. You might be able to pick that up. When the wind comes to this pitch, it certainly comes with a vengeance. Zalak, in her first start in League One and her first start as a TSS Rover, clean sheet through the first hour of this one. Altitude will hope to change that. McFarlane, great tackle there from Kat Aitchison, and a clearance in the end. Pretty poor miscontrol there from Tommy Waziek, the AFTN photographer. Needed to trap that a little bit better there. Although I'm sure he was saving me from getting hit by the ball. That's the excuse that he'll use. AFTN photographer Tommy Waziek, better at shooting matches than footballs. He's out taking photos of this one for AFTN, so you can check that on AFTN's Flickr page during the week. Be here for the men's game as well, which follows this one at 3:30. McFarlane brings this one down. Great touch and run forward by Lule McFarlane. Plays that into Ali Hughes-Goyette. She can't bring that one out the turf, and is just going to run behind now for another TSS goal kick, as Fallibas makes the substitution here in the 62nd minute. Ashley Stewart making way, and Avery Tulloch as well making way, the numbers 14 and 15. Eva Rodriguez coming on for TSS, along with Clara Slate-Lou. Stewart and Tulloch had decent first hours, maybe weren't as influential as we have seen them in some other games. Eva Rodriguez coming on, though, certainly adds a little bit more bite to that midfield. Rodriguez and Ring in the middle for Altitude is certainly a partnership I've wanted to see more of over this season. Been deprived it a little bit because of Charlotte's injury. Chance now for Altitude. That's a shot on goal, but that's easily dealt with by Alyssa Zalak. Eva Rodriguez has been wearing the captain's armband for a lot of these matches for Altitude. I think it was just a tactical decision and maybe a bit of rotation to leave her out of this one. They've certainly missed her presence in the middle of the park. Another one of the more veteran players on the pitch as the first yellow card of the afternoon comes out. TSS Rovers defender Taylor Nikic. And Lule McFarlane in a lot of pain down there for Altitude. McFarlane, 17 years old, committed to Memphis University for the coming college season. Certainly in a lot of distress down there. Seems to be her shoulder, her right shoulder that she's holding. And that's such a shame for McFarlane. She's had an absolutely fantastic season so far, and a first half that was, for me, the best Altitude player there. Hopefully it's not too bad. We saw Emma Houghton of Notsamot go out with a shoulder injury in the last game that was played here. Heavy challenge there from Mekic and just a heavy landing. And Shostak will send a free kick in now to the back post. It's bouncing about the TSS box and it's fired home! Charlotte Ring puts it away for Altitude. Her third off this season. A fantastic finish from the German. 65th minute there and fired home with some force there by Altitude. Game back on here at Kinsmen Field, and it's the blue smoke that comes out now. Ring's goal just getting announced there over the tannoy, and fantastic. Really gets Altitude back into this one. It's very much game on now. Shostak with the great delivery in for that goal. That's really lifted the crowd, it's lifted the Altitude bench, and that goal coming after that injury to Lulu McFarlane as well. I think just the adrenaline really pumping through this Altitude side right now. Ring calling for this ball at the back. The shot comes in instead though from Tarvis, I think it was there with the shot, just powering forward. In fact, sorry, that was Aurora Hughes Goyette there with the shot. Referee calling their play back there for a foul on TSS, and they're going to get a chance to launch a free kick in. Long ball forward, but man, that one crashes off the bar. And the rebound's tucked away by Sophia Ferremo. And TSS Rovers have their 2-goal lead restored in no time at all. 68 minutes on the clock. It's Altitude 1, TSS Rovers 3. First to react from that rebound, Sophia Ferrema tucks it home. And TSS, who looked like they might be under a little bit of pressure now, have given themselves some breathing space again, and it's the red smoke that's out once again. First goal of the season as well for TSS Rovers for Sophia Ferremo. Couple substitution coming up for TSS Rovers. Making way is number 15 Devon Kavanagh. And coming on for TSS is the number 9 Jessica Merck. Lulu McFarlane had made way as well for Altitude, with number 19 Maya Morell coming on for the North Vancouver side. Tackle starting to fly a little bit now, and cards coming out as well. Marima picking up a yellow card there, kind of shrugging like, I don't know what that was for. That wasn't a bookable tackle. Altitude, they'd got themselves back into this. Can they get another to set up a grandstand finish here? The goals we're deprived of last week seem to be coming fast and thick here as Shostak, who got the good delivery on the free kick for the first goal for Altitude, couldn't really connect on that, overhit that, and it's going to run out for a goal kick to the visitors. Still a lot of time for Fallibas's side to get themselves back into this. Ring sends that one forward, and it's just going to run through to Zalek. The atmosphere in the stadium at the bench was just red hot after that Altitude goal. Feels it's really cooled down now, almost to glacial temperatures. That goal from Ferremo just sucked the life out of this crowd. Hopefully it has not sucked the life out of this Altitude side as Gray sends it forward. Nice little touchback by Ring to Morell. She plays that to her outside to Slate Lou. Aurora Hughes Goyette now. Nice footwork by Aurora. Gets past Scott. Gets the cross in as well. It's flicked away by Verzosa Dolazal. Ring gets to that first. Plays it out to Shostak. Shostak tries to get that in. It just finds the foot of Ma instead. And it's going to run out now for a corner kick to Altitude. Into the final 20 minutes of this one here at Kinsmen Field. Altitude pushing to try and get another goal, to try and reduce the deficit to 1 again. Good delivery to the near post. It's spilled by Zalek. A sprawling stop by her, but falls favourably for TSS and they clear the danger. Tarvis now. That high ball's going to get brought down by Friesen. She pokes it out to Verk. It's a high up and under that's going to get brought down by Tarvis. She thought she'd won her side a throw-in, and indeed she has. Won a throw-in. It's going to be an Altitude free throw-in midway in their own half. Shostak up the line. Morell under a heavy challenge there from Aitchison. Fair one though, but the ball does get played forward for Ring to chase down Verzosa Dolazal. You have to feel Altitude is just going to throw everything at TSS in these final 20 minutes here. TSS have also looked dangerous on the counter. Aurora Hughes Goyette now. She's got room. She cuts into the box, gets the byline, still has the ball. Can't get it off and tries one. It was sort of a short come cross there that didn't end up having the direction and was just too high for Tanis McKay to try and get to at the back post. But that's certainly more like it from Altitude, who are really turning the pressure up here. TSS will just try to slow the game down as much as they can. Verzosa Dolazal plays that forward, but Friesen goes down under the challenge from Tarvis, and it's going to be a free kick to TSS at the halfway line. Rovers have that 2-goal advantage. They'll be in no hurry to do much here in the last 20 minutes. They're just going to want to try and see time out. Ma, what a revelation she's been for this Rovers side in the last few weeks. Verk inside to Ma. We'll play it out and turn to Verk, who sends the cross into the box. Sarah Lewin out well to deal with that one. Lewin will send this one forward, looking for Aurora Hughes Goyette. Instead, though, finding Jessica Merck. Just mentioned a little bit earlier that TSS had only kept one clean sheet all season. That was last week against Altitude. They've been breached once so far today. Altitude well know that they've got the players that can get a second goal here. And they're certainly creating the chances to make that happen for themselves. Ring wins a throw in for her side midway in the opposition half. TSS though are coming away with it through Friesen. Still Friesen with it. She's got Mater inside. She's got Farem up ahead. But instead she finds Verk, who has got up an acres of room here. Verk takes a touch and fires another one off the bar. The loose ball to Ma. Low enough. Fantastic save. Ma goes down in the box under a challenge and the ball runs through to Sarah Lewin. Great move there from TSS, but great goalkeeping as well from Sarah Lewin to keep her side in this one. 75th minute and another crossbar. The third off the game for TSS.
Yo, 2 lines, let's go, Costa.
Low now with the goal kick for Altitude, sends this one long. Takes a Altitude bounce to Hughes Goet and it's poked forward, but not really too much that she could do with that. Jessica Moreno has also come on for Altitude. Verk now with another chance for the Rovers. She's so lively. We've seen her on her game so much this season for TSS, but it's Altitude now with Shostak that's got a chance to break. Ball forward here for Maya Morel. Great recovery play there though by Nikic. Had to time that tackle well on a yellow card for that challenge that saw Luli McFarlane go off. Shostak flicked on, throw in there by Ring, but TSS will come away with it. Ma now, little touch outside to Kat Aitchison. She plays one forward here for Friesen to chase down. She's got Aitchison at her outside if she wants to find her, and Ma, but right idea, just a little bit too close there to Tarvis, and it's going to be an Altitude throw in. 77 minutes on the clock, 13 minutes in stoppage time for Altitude to find 2 goals that they need so badly to really keep themselves in the playoff picture and that 4th place in the League One standings. There'll be another substitution coming up here for TSS. It's Lauren Ebel that is going to be coming on for the Rovers. We'll see who's making way. It's Nikki Verk that's coming off for Lauren Ebel. A little bit of a surprise to me. Verk's been excellent in this second half and was certainly causing a lot of problems for that Altitude backline. If you are that Altitude backline though, you're going to be quite happy to see her off the pitch. Lauren Ebel, usually a full back, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. As just laughing as the 2 number 22s, Nikic and Ring, seem to be getting harassed by a wasp out there. Altitude, long ball forward. Maya Morel doesn't win the header, but the ball runs through, and now Verzosa Dolazal will send us forward for TSS. Friesen chasing this down, but Lewin out quickly from her goal. Sends it forward. Aitchison though with the header. Ebel now. One of a number of Queen's University Gales that play in League One. Had a rookie season just this past season. Now she's going to win a throw in. TSS will be quite happy to see the majority of the last 20 minutes here played in the altitude half. Ring brings this one down. Aitchison though battling away. Ring gets it back. That ball is going to be out for an altitude throw in just at the halfway line on the far side of the pitch. It's played forward, looking for Hughes Goyette. Altitude will now have to try and get something going up the left side. They have had a bit of success up here. McKay, lovely footwork by McKay to get herself free here. Cuts inside, tries to find Eva Rodriguez, but McKay still battling away there with Ebel. Decision going against McKay there. Didn't see too much in that one. Aitchison now plays that back to Nekic. A loose one there by TSS, picked up by McKay. She's having to battle to get it though, and she does well to get that. Eva Rodriguez picks up, tries to play it back inside to McKay, but Aitchison too quick for her there. She comes away with it for TSS. Ebel out to Maddie Ma, who seems to have been all over the pitch for TSS this afternoon. Lorne Bell, the sub, sends a long one forward there for Friesen to chase down, but that's going to run through to Sarah Lewin in the altitude goal. Bell plays that up the touchline looking for Ma. Again, TSS will be very happy with where the ball is just now, as another substitution coming up for altitude. And also one for TSS. Coming on for TSS is number 13, Maddie Elcombe. Making way is number 5, Maddie Ma. For altitude going off is the number 7, Tanis McKay. Another fantastic showing from Tanis McKay this afternoon. She was excellent last week against the Rovers. Excellent again this afternoon. That's right in the thick of the action is Elcombe for Remo. Trying a ambitious one from the edge of the box there. Didn't miss by much either. That would certainly have put the game to bed for TSS, you feel, if that one had gone in. The other player coming on for altitude, the number 20. Raina Smith-Marshall. 23-year-old midfielder. Looks like she's playing a bit of an advanced role as well, with Charlotte Ring pretty much playing as an out-and-out striker now for altitude. She's got Aurora Hughes-Goyette to her right and Maya Morel to her left. That is a very impressive front line for altitude. Can they make it pay? It's Ring on the ball just now. Goes down a little too easily there, and TSS come away with the ball. Aitchison plays that one forward to Friesen. Looping one for Ferremo to chase down. The scorer of what could be that third and decisive goal for TSS. 84th minute here. Time is fast running out for Altitude. It's going to have to be a dramatic late comeback for them here if they're going to salvage anything from this match. They're certainly battling to try and do that, as Rodriguez winning the free kick for her side. Or she thought she had. I thought she had. Referee Metz, though, thought otherwise, and the decision goes the way of TSS. Bell now, under the pressure from Raina Smith, still manages to get that ball over. It runs out behind her, and it's going to be an Altitude goal kick here as we're getting close to moving into the final 5 minutes. Bell. It's got very advanced for TSS since coming on. Lorne Bell again just can't get her delivery in. This time though it does take a deflection, and it's going to be a corner kick for the visitors. Just bouncing about in the box there, and TSS managed to come away with it, and they're going to be able to keep the pressure on. But Aurora Hughes-Goyette chasing down Scott with a turnover, and it's a chance now for TSS or Altitude to get some pressure on here. Ring with a challenge, almost coming away from the ball from Verzosa Dolezal. Altitude with a throw-in, taken quickly by Hughes-Goyette. Morel pokes it past Scott, tries to get to the byline, can't get past Verzosa Dolezal though. But Morel still has the ball. This time the delivery does get sent to the back post to Raina Marshall. What a header from Raina Smith Marshall, pulling one back for Altitude now in the 87th minute. That was a fantastic ball in. Think it might have been Maya Morel with a cross, but whoever sent it in, the sub, Raina Smith Marshall at the back post, the header across goal. Nothing Alyssa Zalek could do about that, and it is game on here at Kinsmen with 3 minutes to go. That has got the Altitude fans to their feet. It's got the smoke out. It's the white smoke this time, as the Swangardians getting trolled by the smoke. Now it's Altitude in the ascendancy. Can they find this equaliser? I said it would have to be some late drama for them to do it. They've got the one of the 2 goals they need to salvage something. Can they get the second here? That just looked like a 50-50 challenge for me in the box as Hughes-Goyette went crashing to the deck there. In a bit of pain. As I talked about in the first half though, this field is quite hard in areas, and when you go down it can really take the wind out of you. Thankfully Hughes-Goyette up, showing not too many ill effects. I think that was just a winding there for Aurora. Ring now, plays that forward, looking for Smith Marshall. And that was a swing and a swipe that could have gone anywhere from Nekic. Fortunately for TSS, it just went out for a corner. And fortunately for Altitude, they've got themselves a corner. And it's Billy Shostak that's going to be over to take this one. 90 seconds and stoppage time remaining here for Altitude. Can they find the late equaliser? Shostak, great ball into the box. Body's going up for it. Zalek manages to get a fist to punch that away. Shostak sends it back in. Scott now with the clearance. It's only going to go out as far as Morano. She plays it up the wing for Hughes Goyette, who comes away with it as well. Hughes Goyette hits the byline, sends one into the box for Zosa Dolazal with the clearance this time. It's a case of anywhere will do for TSS just now. Morano with the throw-in. Sends that forward only to the head of Kat Aitchison from TSS. The loose ball picked up by Eva Rodriguez. Hughes Goyette battling away still. Hughes Goyette here. And a crucial tackle there from Kat Aitchison, taking the ball off the foot of Hughes Goyette. Shostak with the ball forward, but it's only to a TSS player. And again, they're just happy to clear this anywhere up the field. Lowen now sends this forward to Smith Marshall. The ball in the air. Rodriguez tries to bring it down, can't. Battling away. And it's TSS that are going to come away with it. Nekic. And TSS win themselves a throw in. They're going to take some pressure finally off their back line here. They've got a throw in midway in the altitude half. They're going to be in no hurry to take it as we move into stoppage time. Fourth official indicating 4 minutes of time getting added on here. 4 minutes for TSS to hold on. 4 minutes for altitude to try and find this equaliser. You can be sure you're in for a barnstorming 4 minutes either way. TSS will just be happy to recycle it along their back line and just move it about. And a loose one there from Nekic is going to give the chance for altitude to get something going. Shostak's now going to have the throw in just inside the altitude half. It's a long one forward. Nekic though with the foot up in the air. Who's going to bring this one down? And it's going to be Friesen, one of the players of the game for sure for TSS. She plays this inside, looking for Ferremo. But Morano back to disrupt that up. Unfortunately for altitude though, she can only hit it into touch. And it's going to be a corner. Possibly won here by TSS. No, it's just going to be a throw-in. Either way, TSS exactly where they want to be right now. Deep in the altitude half. Altitude have to try and get the ball back somehow here. And Altitude do come away with it, and a scything tackle there. Deemed a fair one by the referee. In fact, not deemed a fair one in the end, as quickly trying to stop getting play on. Trying to see, I think it was Kat Aitchison who picked the booking up there. The Altitude bench, Fally Bass and his team on their feet just now. Don't have a great view down that sideline, it has to be said. Sure, the referee will add some time on for that. Confirmation, it was Kat Aitchison who picked up the yellow card there for TSS. Maya Morel just slips, unfortunately, there under the pressure from Aitchison. Aitchison says, I did nothing wrong. As the Altitude bench calling for a free kick. They'll have to settle though for a goal kick. Sarah Lewin's going to send this one long. That's just going to be won by the head though of the Rovers captain Aitchison. She can only direct that out for a throw-in. Shostak up, flicked on by Ring. It's poked away now. Altitude showing urgency now. Shostak with that throw-in, but it's cleared by TSS only as far as Tarvis. Morano sends one, that's not a shot nor a cross, just a wild one there from Morano, and that's going to be out for a Rovers goal kick. And Alyssa Zalek's not going to be in any hurry to take this at all. Time fast running out for Altitude to try and get themselves this equaliser. An equaliser that would keep them in fourth. Played forward, one though by Rodriguez. Ring now, what can she do? Little flick on there to Rain Marsh, who plays it in for Hughes Goyette, who tries to get to that. But Zalek out from her line fast to smother the danger there Lovely little back heel there from Ring to set that alive, and then Smith Marshall playing it in for Hughes Goyette, but Zalek doing well. Morel now battling away. Rodriguez needs to win that. Rodriguez does win that. In fact, it's Slate Lou, that wins that. Smith Marshall now takes that touch inside and given away and taken away by Kat Aitchison. She's just going to head to the corner flag here, and she's got Lauren Ebel out to her outside to help her do that. Aitchison just keeping hold of the ball just now. Played back, Ring does well to muscle her way off the ball there, but that is the final whistle. Despite the valiant late push by Altitude, it's TSS Rovers that come to North Vancouver and come away with a 3-2 victory. What a fantastic end-to-end game this was. Lots of action. TSS half-time lead through Delana Friesen's 4th minute goal. They went 2-0 up in the 57th minute. Pulled back though by Altitude in the 65th before Verk got the 3rd goal and what proved to be the match winner for TSS Rovers in the 75th minute. 87th minute, Raina Smith Marshall made it interesting, set up the grandstand finish for Altitude, but they couldn't find the breakthrough in the end. It finishes TSS Rovers 3, Altitude 2. Rovers will move into that 4th place in the League 1 BC standings. Altitude though still very much in the push for the playoffs. We'll be back with the men's match soon. Join us then.